Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me live. We are live March 27th. Tonight, we're going to be discussing and answering some of your most frequently asked questions. And we're also going to be going through a quick training to give you a little bit more insight as to how to improve your sales on Amazon. Now, all of the information that I'm going to be going through and walking you through tonight are things that we do for the clients that we manage and we help and we support. So just let me know before I get started and before I share my screen, let me know if you are currently selling on Amazon. Just type in the chat if you are watching us live, yes. If you're not currently selling on Amazon, type in the chat, no. Now, if you're not watching this as a live video, then just comment yes or no so that I know whether or not you are selling on Amazon currently, yes or no. So Asma's saying yes, she's currently selling on Amazon. Wonderful. Thank you, Asma. Fatima's saying yes as well. Great. So I think for Fatima and Asma, this is going to be really important information. Eunice is saying yes. So let's walk you through all of the details regarding what things that you need to look for when you are selling on Amazon so that you can improve your sales. And then also I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the upcoming Eid holiday, which starts officially on Amazon tomorrow, March 28th. What are the things that you can do in order to improve your sales if you want to? Now, the information that I'm going to tell you is going to apply for Eid or it's going to apply for any other event because it's still the same. But we're working on that. So Hamid is planning to start selling. Great. Also, please get your questions ready because I want to try to answer as many questions as possible. So let me get started by sharing my screen so that I can give you a little bit more information as to what I want to be talking about. So let's get started with showing you this on the screen right now. This is a straight line for most of you that don't know, but this is the straight line from start to finish so customers can actually purchase your product on Amazon. This is the formula that we follow and implement for all of our sellers, and the formula is known as AES. A stands for attract, and we're going to talk about this in a while. But let's talk about how customers buy your products on Amazon. So the formula starts with attract, and that's exactly what you need to do when you want to get people into your sales funnel, get them to start, introduce them to your product and get them to be interested. Now, to attract, the thing that you would need to do is you need to be visible on the first page, of course. You need to have an attractive product. By that, I mean you need to have an attractive image, you need to have an attractive price, and you need to have attractive reviews. All of those four features are going to get customers to discover your product. Remember, on Amazon, we sell on a busy marketplace, very much similar to a supermarket. So if you're walking down a supermarket shelf, you want your product to stand out to the customer so that they stop and they look at it. It's exactly what you also want to do on Amazon. You want to attract. Now, the way that you can start by attracting Amazon customers is by creating ads, because what ads do is they're going to increase your visibility. On Amazon, depending on what level of seller you are, you have multiple different types of ads that you can create. You can create the standard sponsored product ads, sponsored brand ads if you are brand registered, and sponsored display ads also if you are brand registered. This is where the type of ads show up. So as you can see, the sponsored brand ads shows up normally as a big banner on top of the page. It can also, the sponsored display also shows on the side of the page. However, the sponsored product ads, which are open to all levels of sellers, shows up as just another listing. And the beauty and the reason why I love Amazon ads is that they don't really show up as if they are an ad, because customers don't really distinguish the difference between a sponsored product and a standard organic product on Amazon. And that's, I think, very beneficial. Now, with that being said, we also have sponsored video ads on Amazon, which are also only available for brand registered sellers. So, for those of you that answered and told me that you are currently selling on Amazon, let me know if you are also brand registered. Now, once you attract the customer and the customer is interested in your product, what they will end up doing is they will click on your product page. And then we can move them to step number 2 in our sales funnel. And this is where we need to educate them. We need to educate them as to why the product solves their problem. We sell solutions on Amazon rather than standard products. If we intend to sell standard products, then we're going to be competing on the price with other sellers. Now, we need to explain to the customer through images and through the content of the listing why they should buy this product, meaning your product, and why they should not buy the product. What do I mean by why they should not buy the product? At the end of the day, you want to ensure that customers do not buy the product if they don't understand it. Why? Because chances are they're going to return the product. So, for example, if you're selling a product that has maybe something related to the size or anything like that, you need to ensure that you are very clear as to the size of the product. Let's say you're selling a product that only works with Mac computers and not with Windows computers. You also need to be very, very clear on that so customers are aware as to what they are purchasing so they don't end up purchasing the product and then returning it. Now, with that being said, after the customer is educated about the product, and if we do a good job in educating them and getting them excited, this is where we can push them to the end of the sales funnel where we can actually sell them the product. The golden formula to sell a product to an Amazon customer, first of all, we need to, of course, have a great product. Not only should it look great, but it also needs to have a great price because customers are really interested to find great prices, not necessarily cheap prices, but great prices. And we need to have reviews. So this is for me the golden formula. Great product, great price, plus reviews equals confidence. Customers are going to feel confident in purchasing your product and they're going to buy it. That's your golden formula. AES formula: attract, educate, and sell. Now, how do you know that this formula is actually working if you are doing the exact same steps that I'm telling you? Any idea how you think this is actually working or not working? Well, simple. If you are selling, then this formula is working. It means you're attracting, educating, and selling the product to customers. If you're not getting a lot of sales, then we need to figure out what is the missing component in this formula and why you're not actually getting any sales. Are you actually facing this problem? Let me know in the comments. For everyone that is watching us live right now, let me know, are you experiencing slow sales? If you are, of course, currently selling. With that being said, these are the things that you need to consider if the formula is not working. First of all, analyze your selling prices. Are your products priced correctly? And are you competitive enough on the market? So see, selling on Amazon means that you need to look at other sellers as well. You can't operate on Amazon as if you are the only seller because you are not the only seller. And one thing that customers really like about purchasing something on Amazon is that they can look at multiple products and look at multiple prices and check multiple options. Lots of options for them to check. So that's why, whether we like it or not, customers are going to compare our product to other products, similar products on the market. So the price is obviously one of the reasons why a customer will choose or will not choose the product. So have you priced your products correctly? Are they competitive on the market? Do you know your selling fees? Because sometimes you might have lower selling fees than you might have thought. So you can lower the price a little bit and be a little bit more competitive. Also, one thing to look at is what is your BSR versus the top seller. Why is this important? Because BSR lets you know how much, well, how good you are doing compared to other sellers. Because again, since Amazon is a competitive marketplace, if you are, for example, BSR 10 for your subcategory, whereas the best seller is obviously BSR 1, then now you can figure out that you're not the best seller. You have room to expand and to grow your sales. What do you need to do in order to increase your sales? So this is also something that is very interesting to monitor and to look at. One thing also to know, and you hear me focus a lot on fees because this is very, very important. You need to understand your fees on Amazon. One thing that a lot of customers and a lot of sellers rather don't know is category fees are very interesting on Amazon because, for example, for the baby category, this is an example, this is not the case for all categories. For the baby category, if you're selling a product at 50 dirhams or less, you're going to pay a referral fee of 8%. Whereas if you're selling a product at above 50 dirhams, even at 50.99 dirhams, you're going to pay a referral fee of 13%. So sometimes in this category, there are other categories that have these dual prices, such as the grocery category. But sometimes in this category, it's smarter for you to sell the product at 49 dirhams, for example, because you're going to be making more profit than if you were to sell it at 52 dirhams. This is as a general example. That's why understanding your fees is very valuable because it can help you set the prices for your products. How about your product pages? Are you looking at the data behind your product pages? Again, this is for you sellers that are currently selling on Amazon. Are your pages getting enough visitors? Are you checking your sessions? Are you checking your conversion rates? Out of the customers that are logging into your product pages, how many customers are opting to purchase your product? This is a very important metric to focus on. And honestly speaking, does your product page force a customer to purchase a product? Does it make them so excited that they end up purchasing the product? Or have you just gotten images from your supplier in China and added them on Amazon and just added a bunch of words and you're hoping for the best? That's not how it works. We need to really sell the product. And the only way we can sell the product on Amazon is to educate the customer, which means we need to do a really good job by attracting them and then educating them once they get on our page. And finally, what about ads? So ads are very necessary. However, ads will not sell your product. Ad will only attract your customer. So once a customer is attracted by the ad, then we have to educate them. So that's why we have to create a great product page. And then we have to sell them by providing them social proof that the product is great by providing them reviews. So an ad alone is only going to be one part of the framework, which is the attract. The other things in the framework, educate and sell, are not related to your ads. That's why you need to understand, are you advertising to the right audience? Is your product attracting the right customers under the right keywords? And are your ads properly created to provide the best return on your investment? We look at ads as an investment, as a long-term investment, something that you need to invest in so that you can kickstart your sales and start generating more and more sales. And then you can start increasing the ranking of your product and thus shift from getting sales mostly from ads to getting sales mostly from organic selling. With that being said, let's move on and let me know in the comments section if you have any questions related to, okay, I can see your questions. If you have any questions related to what I just said, specifically for people that are currently selling on Amazon. Now, with that being said, so I wanted to give you a little bit of information regarding Ramadan, which is right now, of course, the Ramadan is not over, the holy month is still not over, but I'm talking about the events that are happening on Amazon. So right now, you still have time for for everyone that is watching that is currently selling on Amazon. You still have time to do some form of something so that you can improve your sales for Eid. Again, the Eid event on Amazon starts on March 28th. For everyone that is selling on Amazon, let me know if you are participating in the Amazon Eid sales. So let me give you a little bit more insider information. This is actually information about customers. This is you can Google this magazine or this online article from ME Retail News. This shows us a little bit more market research related to Ramadan and Eid 2023. So all of this market research and consumer insights was done in 2023 for Ramadan and Eid 2023. But it's very important for you to look at because this is like very valuable information, and this is coming from the UAE itself. So right here, the market research that was done showed that during Ramadan, sales were destined to increase by 33%. That was last year. So 33% from 2022 to 2023. Let's hope it actually stays the same, which I think it's going to even increase even more. Now, this is an important thing. I hope you can read it clearly on your screen, but let me read it for you. So when asked which factors influence their decisions to purchase during Ramadan, actually 53% of people said that deals and promotions were the reason why they would end up purchasing a product during this holiday season. So again, 53% of people are looking for deals and promotions so that they can purchase products during Ramadan and during the Eid season. And finally, 91% of respondents to the actual market research said that they plan to give gifts during Eid this year to children, parents, friends, and themselves as well. So that's very important. That showcases how big this holiday is, of course, for religious purposes, but also it is big when it comes to sales. And that's why you see every single marketplace, store, everyone is focused on this season, because we know the numbers and we know customers tend to purchase more products during Ramadan and Eid. So if you are an Amazon seller, what can you do? First of all, by the way, before I let you know, in case you want to contact us, you can actually find us in your Amazon Seller Central. You just simply go to your Amazon Seller Central, you go down to apps and services, and then you check on explore services. And you can find Sellers Society under lots of different services. Mostly you can find us under account management and ads management. And you can reach out to us in case you need some questions, in case you have any questions, or you need help and support. Now, what can you do based on the information and data that we just looked at? First of all, if we think about our framework, we need to attract customers. How do we attract customers? Simply improve your product page SEO. So re-look right now, after we're done, if you're currently selling on Amazon, re-look and recheck all of the keywords for your listings, particularly focused on your title. Make sure that you are utilizing the best high-ranking keywords, add them into your title, and make sure you improve the optimization of your listing. And if you are not enrolled, for those of you that are not enrolled in the Eid holidays, a discount on Amazon, which is going to showcase a brand new discount for you starting tomorrow, how about you create discounts of your own? You can discount the product, you can add a coupon code, you can do a lot of things, because as we saw together, people are more interested to purchase products that are already discounted on Amazon. The second thing that we need to do is remember, this is the framework that we follow. It starts with attract, then we have to educate the customer. To educate the customer, again, update your content. Since most customers are looking to purchase products as gifts, if your products are giftable, how about you create an image to showcase the fact that your product can be gifted during Eid? Maybe your product does come with particular nice packaging. You can also put the product with a bow on it, simulating the fact that it could be given as a gift. You can also add a special image that can display maybe the product being given as a gift, used during Ramadan, add some more features. Remember, you can always switch out the image at the end of the holiday season. There are also a lot of sellers that tend to change their main image. So if you find that your product fits a lot for this particular season, you can add something like, for example, during holidays where gifting increases, we tend to add a bow or something on the main image on the product itself, just to display the fact that this is a product that can be gifted. So it stands out a little bit more, and it gives a little bit of an education to the customer once they click and go into your product page. And finally, in order to sell, of course, you focus on all of the above. You attract, you do the right SEO, you do everything, but mostly you need to focus on improving your reviews. This is a very difficult thing, and I know most of you have a lot of problems with getting reviews because reviews are not easy for everyone, but reviews are very necessary. Now, let me know what you think, and let me jump into your questions. So, first and foremost, let me check what questions you have. Thank you so much, Said, for asking. I'm actually doing very well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everyone that is watching this live. If anyone is watching this after the live, make sure that you leave me your questions in the chat or in the comments, and I'll look at them and we'll be able to answer them for you as well. So let's look at Abdul Hamid. What's the requirement for the UAE trade license for foreigners? So Abdul Hamid, I recently did, I think we launched it last week, if I'm not mistaken, a full podcast with Virtue Zone, one of the biggest business registration companies for business licenses in the UAE. So I would suggest that you check on our channel and you watch that video. It's a 30-minute video that walks you step by step into everything that you need, all of the requirements, and you'll be able to understand what you need. Andreas is saying, yes, you need a license. Actually, in the UAE, you do not need a business license to sell on Amazon. You can operate as an individual as well, or you can opt to have a business license. Munir is saying, did you guide me at Noon Seller Partner? No, I'm Amazon Sellers Society. We only operate on Amazon. Best bank to open business account for e-commerce business? Great question. Actually, one of the best banks that we highly recommend for everyone to use is Weo. So go ahead and you can download the app, or you can open the website, weo.io. Weo is WIO, one of the most fantastic and up-to-date banks, and you can use it to open a business bank account, and it is quite streamlined and easy for e-commerce business and for free zone licenses. Reina, I would like to know how I can add a product for which I don't have the barcode or UPC. By buying a barcode, would that be good enough to add a product? You can buy a barcode, of course. That's what we do when the product doesn't have a barcode or UPC, or if you are the manufacturer of the product, you obviously have to buy a barcode. Now, you can buy a barcode. Alternatively, when you're listing the product on Amazon, you can either click on the box that says, I don't have a barcode, then the product will be listed under generic. Or if you don't want to do that, you can get a GTIN exemption, meaning you can tell Amazon that you don't have a barcode, and you can get a GTIN exemption for your brand name if your product is branded, thus bypassing having to use a barcode. But if I was you, yes, I would buy a barcode and then list the product. As a beginner, swoop. As a beginner, when I list a new product, should get low amount of a product so I can test it on how it sells. Certainly, really good question. Thank you so much for that. Yes, we at Amazon Sellers Society, for all the accounts that we help launch products, we employ a strategy that we call the micromart strategy. So we like to launch small quantities of products, not very small, not less than 100 units for sure, in order to just test out the market, make sure that we have product market fit before we start investing heavily in the product. Not only that, when you order large quantities of products from your manufacturer, the manufacturing lead time is going to take a very long time. Sometimes if you order 1,000 units, it might take 50 days for it to be manufactured, which is a very, very long time for somebody that just wants to get started on Amazon, and it might get you to be a little bit discouraged. So certainly ordering a small quantity, but make sure that it's not too low, because if it's a very low quantity, then what is going to end up happening is you're going to have a very high cost, which basically means you're not going to be selling the product competitively because your cost is very high for the product, or you're going to end up having to sell the product at maybe cost or even lower than cost. Amazon learners. Krystel, how are you? I am from Pakistan. We are selling on Amazon UAE. Our product color is black, but on product main page, its color in specification is red. How do I resolve it? Well, Amazon learner, you go into your Amazon listing and you fix it. And if it's not fixed, then you open a case with Amazon Seller Central, Amazon Seller Support. I'm assuming this is a product that you have listed. If this is not the product that you have listed, if you are a reseller, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to fix the listing. But you can still open a case with Amazon Seller Support and ask them to help you. Now, if you have created the listing, then you should be able to change the details. If you are changing the details, but the details are not showing up on the front end, then again, you need to resort to talking to Amazon Seller Support. So let me go down to Fatima. Do we need LLC to sell globally? Each and every country, Fatima, has its own rules and regulations. So for example, if you want to sell in the UK, you have to abide by the rules and regulations of Amazon UK, which are very different than Amazon UAE, very different than Amazon Saudi. Even though technically you can become an Amazon global seller, but for each and every marketplace, you have different requirements which you need to fulfill. So don't think that you can have your products in the UAE and then sell them globally all across the world. I wish that was the case, but that's not how Amazon operates. You have an Amazon UAE store, as an example. Your products are in the UAE. You open an Amazon UK store. You send products there, and then both of these accounts are owned by you, but they operate separately. So yes, to be quite honest, for most of these countries, you would require a business license. Interior fantasy. Can I apply for Amazon seller in the UAE with visa of disaster and war countries? To be quite honest, interior fantasies, I don't know what this visa is, just to be very fully transparent with you. If you have an Emirates ID, like an Emirates ID, then yes, you can apply. If this visa provides you an Emirates ID, you can apply. Yes. Keep them coming, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your questions. Muhammad, how do I protect my listing from hijackers? Wonderful question. Muhammad, you should watch the video that we uploaded yesterday, I believe. Was it yesterday? Yes, because no, I think it was Sunday. Anyways, it was Sunday. Yes, Sunday's video. Because in this particular video, we were talking about how important it is to brand your products. Because one of the ways, if you don't have a trademark, one of the ways to remove hijackers is to actually sell a unique product. At least have it trademarked. Asma, at least have it branded if you don't have it trademarked. Sorry, Muhammad. Asma, can I sell on Amazon with a business trade license? Yes, you can. Product fines. I just opened an account for Saudi. Does my account get deactivated if I don't make an activity or add products within 30 days? No, it does not. Lucky for everyone, it will not. Mu'in, exactly what I just said. Yes. Hello, hello. Sammy, I'm a foreigner living in Saudi under a work visa. If I open an account, an Amazon account as an individual, can I put a professional account name or does it have to be my own name? And do I have to put taxes? Sammy, are you talking about Amazon Saudi or are you talking about Amazon UAE? Can you just reply me so I know how to answer your question? Why is my account being reviewed? Of course, your account is going to be reviewed because Amazon wants to make sure that you are an actual human being and not somebody that is a fake seller. So Amazon, once you apply, Amazon is going to take about 3 to 5 days, sometimes maybe a little bit more, to review your seller application, and then hopefully they're going to approve it. I hope so. Oh, great. So if it's your private label product, then you should be able to make the changes inside of the listing. If you are able to, if you're making the changes, but it's not saving or it's not showing up on the front end, unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with Amazon seller support. Kirna, I would rather not answer you anything about Amazon US. I focus on Amazon in the Middle East. So let's keep the questions about UAE, Saudi, Egypt, as well as Turkey. So coming back to Sammy's question, Sammy is saying, yes, he wants to sell on Amazon Saudi. Well, Sammy, unfortunately, since January this year, you are no longer able to sell on Amazon Saudi as an individual. So you will require to have a business license. Now, obviously, you know how difficult it is for foreigners to get business licenses in Saudi. So you can register a business in the UAE and use that business to sell on Amazon Saudi. You can register a business in the UK, an LTD, or in the US, wherever you want. Do your research and check whichever works for you, but you cannot sell as an individual on Amazon in Saudi. RSF. I'm a new individual seller doing private label product. I'm planning to import my cargo using my different VAT registered company. In this case, would my individual seller account still be VAT applicable? Well, it's not about the account itself, RSF. It's about it's about how much revenue you're generating, either as an individual or as a company. So that revenue. So let's say you are operating under a business license and you're selling on Amazon and on Noon or on other marketplaces or even on your website. So once you hit a certain marker with revenue, that's when you have to register for VAT. So just to make it a little bit simpler for you to understand. Yeah, product fines, it will be deactivated soon. Okay, so let me go back. Hamid is saying, with one LLC, can we use multiple Amazon accounts for selling? Hamid, you're going to get this answer actually on Sunday because we're uploading a video talking about these mistakes that might get your account deactivated. If not Sunday, then it's going to be next week. With one LLC, you have to have only one store on one marketplace. So, for example, you can't have one LLC and own two Amazon accounts in the UAE. But you can use that same LLC and open an Amazon store in Saudi, an Amazon store in the UK, an Amazon store in Germany. There's not a problem. But one LLC should own one store on the same marketplace. If you want to open a second store, then you have to have a different LLC and you have to have a completely different setup. So a different LLC, a different business bank account, you have to be selling different products just so it's fair and you're not competing against your own particular account and products. عايش أو شو باهش. Can I sell Apple mobile accessories such as Apple chargers on Amazon? Branded products require you to have official documentation because Amazon wants to make sure that you're not selling fake or counterfeit products, and they want to protect the Amazon customer. So selling products like Apple or Samsung is quite difficult because you're going to have to buy these products from official distributors, meaning you can't go down to the Apple store and buy, even if it's the Apple store, and buy like a charger and sell it on Amazon. You have to have an official invoice, and you have to have on the official invoice a minimum order of 10 units from an official distributor so that you are able to sell branded products. Yes, there's a lot of money in reselling and selling these types of products, but you just need to be careful so that you can actually make sure that you don't lose any money. MCAC, do we need to register for a trademark for our brand to be able to have brand registry on Amazon? Yes. If so, any other ways to have registry without trademark? No. You have to have a trademark in order to apply to brand registry. Oh, Husai, I didn't see your question. Can you please add it somewhere so I can see it again? Because I'm down in the chat. Can you add it now, please? NOC Institute for E-commerce. Well, NOC, certainly we should launch PPC ads because PPC ads are going to give visibility to the product. So once a product is launched on Amazon, it's certainly not going to show up on the first page. It's going to probably show up on the second or third page. So if you want to attract the customer, which is what we were talking about earlier, if you were with us in the beginning of the live stream, we do need to advertise. Advertising is very, very necessary. You can reach out to us on our website, which is AmazonSellersSociety.org or AmazonSellersSociety.com or ASSMiddleEast.org. They will all take you to our website. You can reach out to us, and the team is going to try to help you as much as we can. Amazon UAE offer, hi Abu Huzaifa, Amazon UAE offers send to Amazon service, sending inventory to Amazon warehouse. It's true, but this is sending Amazon inventory to Amazon warehouse. This is only if your inventory is in the UAE. So if you're creating a shipping plan and your products are in the, oh, okay, this is the rest of your question. So the send to Amazon option, where you get a partner carrier, this is how you're creating. So this is only local, so it's not international. So you can't ship your products, for example, from the UAE to Saudi and from Saudi to UAE. It's in the local market. You have to talk to service providers and shipping companies, and there's a lot of them in the UAE that can help you ship your products from UAE over to Saudi. And finally, Hosai, I want to sell branded products, which are like brands in UAE, where I can find a reliable source to buy as a wholesale. Hosai, we mostly deal with private label businesses and private label brands. So that's what we mostly work with. We work directly with brands themselves, but we don't work with wholesaling. So my knowledge of that is very limited, just because this is not something that myself or my team deal with on an everyday basis. But the easiest thing to do would be to use Google. So if you want to sell a particular product, just go into Google and type in official distributor of Ugreen, official distributor of Apple in the UAE, You'll get a lot of information, and then you're going to start reaching out. Unfortunately, there's no like one website to find official distributors for the region. You're going to have to do a little bit of groundwork, but I'm sure you can do it. Thank you everyone for joining us in this live stream. And for anyone that's watching the replay, make sure that you leave your comments in the comment section below so that I can see them and I can answer them. Thank you again, and I wish you a lovely Eid holiday, a lovely rest of your Ramadan, and I hope your sales are going to be wonderful on Amazon. Make sure you reach out to us if you need help and support in implementing any of the strategies that I discussed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.